rest. No, no, I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no, this ain't easy, darling, 'cause the devil's on my trail. I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh yeah, I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh no, it ain't easy, darling, when the devil's on my trail. Oh yeah.
Good morning. You hire over here?
This is Ricky. Ricky Brian. Brian Ricky. He's the other captain.
Pleasure.
How doing, Ricky?
Not too bad yourself.
I hate my life.
I
Why?
feel you on that one.
Why?
Hey, come over here real quick, Stevie.
Okay.
They tried to corner me last night,
You did.
and I told them I ain't talking to them without Frost or you. So,
Wait, who did?
you know, Turner in
Oh.
the ass cheek.
Right. Yeah, I figured.
I was like, hell no. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm going to walk out of there. They're going to say I'm kidnapping them or something. I ain't taking no chances. Anyways, I'll be good. But I'll be spicy today, I feel. Oh, shit. I think oh shit. What the fuck is this? Nathan Reed. Good morning, chat. How you doing? How you doing? Do. Actually, we'll throw that in there. I like this better. Row armor, row this. They tried to quarter me last night, and I told them no. Hell no. I've been enjoying, like, I think I've been enjoying more, like, how ridiculous this accent is every time I do it, because, like, you know what this is going to sound really stupid, but, like, it makes me think of just, like, a scuffed, like, you know, like, Western movie character, you know? Because, like, this ain't fucking Brian's voice. So, it ain't Brian's voice. But, like, then just, like, doing the dramatic, like, just cooked, accent from, like, a Western music. Coyle had a twang yesterday, too. I know. Well, the thing is, the accent is, like, contagious. Like, how many individuals' accent changes when talking to Brian? Because it, like, fucks them up. For whatever reason, Brian's accent fucks them up. Like, as if they're supposed to be on, like, Wild RP or something, you know what I mean? Like, they're on, like, on the wrong server, on the wrong game. Like, I don't even think I can literally name the number of people whose accent got fucked up while talking to Brian. Even Ruby sometimes. Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. It's like, even those that, like, would never even remotely have such an accent start falling into that accent. You know what I mean? Oh, the cadet? Well, she's definitely doing it intentionally. I remembered this morning, chat, I've been so cooked. Like yesterday, I was so cooked. And I don't think I realized it. I think some people in chat that did. They were like, you need to get some rest, because, like, I was just fucking cooked. It's because, like, I don't, even though it's not the length of the stream. Oh my God. It's not the length of the stream. It's like going meeting to meeting to meeting to meet. You know what I mean? What did we do yesterday? A lot. Like, if you break down, what did we work on today? Yeah, it's quite a bit. But so today, I'm like, when we do lunch, we're gonna watch the game trailers today. So that is happening. We saw the PoE 2 stuff yesterday, but yeah, with no breaks in between. Oh, the Ruby conversation was really good yesterday. Bro, when I forgot, Brian has never had issues with Ruby. Because I was like... And she had to remind me, I was like, oh, wait, that's my other character. I was surprised how much Ruby was kept out of the loop. I think Brian was genuinely upset. Not just on behalf of Ruby, but I think certainly at a grander level after she told him what she did, which was actually very interesting because Ruby didn't have to tell him. But I'm glad she did. And I think Knight took it even extra because he's like, wow, 10, you know. She definitely seemed to open up a lot. Well, not surprisingly, right? It's rather apparent she's literally kept Shift 2 alive for both departments. Who has even done like a little bit of what she has done? So I think it's important to weigh it this way, because I don't think I always like vocalize every thought that goes through Brian's mind. But you know where Brian's genuine anger came from and probably kicked off the rant? In lieu of everything, you go and disrespect the person that's keeping Shift 2 alive for both departments. Like what the fuck? I think the moment he heard, I went into a room and I was surrounded by high command and was blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, oh, cool. Here's a recipe. Like, I know it, like already, like in Brian's mind, he's already like, oh, so they grilled her for what? I forgot what she said though. Exactly. Oh yeah, she said I'm never gonna be captain, or I don't know. But anyways, Jonah is gonna be taking out the cadet today and giving her the second part of the training, and then we'll take her out. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I remembered this morning that I didn't hire Sybil to just be a cadet, but to be my chief of staff in training. So I completely forgot about that. I don't remember. I don't know if she forgot that either, or maybe she didn't want to remind me, but I have forgotten, because like so much shit's been happening. I forgot why we hired. I forgot. So I have to, I'm glad I remembered this morning, because I was like thinking about like, okay, we got to do this tomorrow, da, da, da. I'm like, oh, the cadet. I'm like, wait a minute. And as I was like thinking about what we had to do, it's like, oh yeah, I gotta put out an ad for chief of staff. And then like I came to the realization, wait a minute, that was what she was gonna do. I also just need to also train her as law enforcement. And then I had, oh yeah, that's why she writes everything down and da 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 da. So we're gonna have her dual role. So we're gonna fix that today. To my defense, so much has been happening simultaneously. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. That's why I'm in. That's why I told her you're not driving yet. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's important not to overwhelm the individual. We want to make sure she's trained up very well. Wait, the other ride along? Which one? The other ride along. Yo, what up, Huntley? What up, brother? Oh my God, Kyra! Oh no! I haven't seen her. She sent me her report last week, but I don't think I've seen her. I think she texted me. That guy, was a good character. I wish I had gotten his number. Not his, well, his phone number, but I wish I had given him like a Slash award. I don't know if Slash awards still do anything. Our show has 4 cart additional 77 strawberry. What the fuck?
Himself.
That drug dealer we picked up though was lit. Oh my god, bro! I need a good video editor who's cheap. I tried looking for one a while ago and then I stopped. But that whole scene with the drug dealer being turned into like a 15-minute well-cut YouTube video, chef's kiss. He's on purple RP? Wait, really? Wait, is that where he normally plays or did he move to that? Hey! Hello? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, is someone inside? Wait, what the fuck? Hello? Hello? Wait, is this a local or someone scuffed? I think it's a local. What else do we got to do? Start by getting food. It scuffed the driver, spawns back in after a while. Oh, Kareem Saint. Oh, okay. So he's been in the RP scene for a minute. Yeah, he was, I was shocked. Wait, oh my God. Chat, yeah. His RP was like, we need more of that on the server. Like, he was genuinely like, we need more characters like that. Because, like, even if he was just playing along for the sake of playing along, the whole, like, after witnessing all this, fuck weed, you know? And even was like, oh man, do I really got it? Oh, fuck. All right, you know what? Fuck weed. You know, that whole... Chat, give me a 1 if you saw all that go down. Give me a 2 if you didn't. This is where we caught the weed dealer on forum and we did like a get straight program and immediately caught someone selling drugs who got murked and then raided. Oh my God. That would make such a nice like short video. Well, the steroid arc. Steroid arc, I need to sort of figure out how I'm gonna balance that. I think when Knight is hulking out, it'll be always temporary, which I think makes it funnier that way. Where like the quality of the steroid is temporary rather than permanent. And it allows me to like have some humor during the stream. You know what I mean? In lieu of all the investigations and the this and the that's, right? I think that's a good thing. Like, it's in lieu of like, hey, when this happens, I can make it make sense, right, to a degree. But I can, it makes, you know what's a better way to put it? It's an easier way to explain the context switch. Night juices up and works off playing off Steam. Oh my god. Oh, is he? Yeah, I need to. If I see him again, I gotta slash award his ass. Wait, how many cops do we have on duty right now? Oh my god, there's no one on duty. Wait, what time is it? It's fucking 11. Ruth is around. 39541. Any actors?
We just had an 80 for with a prior belonging to Larry Porter. He had an injured or a suspect had an injured individual in the car. We're VCB on it right now.
Hi, Firm.
We currently have one of the interference vehicles, the one that blocked us at the canals at the White Garage right now.
You need additionals?
Vehicle is taking off eastbound San Andreas, taking a left northbound Las Lagunas. Transitioning onto north San Vitas. Now a left westbound crossaway.
Wait a minute, Ruth is around.
Right westbound Dorset. Right northbound, continuing right again through the
There's
alleyways
balance
around
in the world.
area. Still circling the area. North Patola. We're VCB.
Eastbound, South BDP. I hit a ball.
Wait, how is she still awake? Oh wait, no, she wakes up in the morning. Never mind.
Eastbound Carcer, I got it. East on Carcer, left North San Vita. Right, eastbound Howick, past the Rockford Plaza. Left, northbound Los Lagunas Boulevard. Took a turn westbound on Spanish on VCB. Continue west Spanish, and I lost visual. Last seen west on Spanish. I'm checking Vinewood, see if he went up this way.
Right northbound on Milton. PCB.
Listen, what do you mean balance my ass? Listen, PD needs Ruth right now.
I didn't. Yeah, okay.
What do you mean?
Gotta go left if someone was to go left. I'm going to send a no.
Okay, I'm clearing the left then.
Ruth is like.
I didn't see anything across here, Betty, so you must have continued north.
Ruth is
Maybe could have caught west.
Ruth isn't a pussy.
Could have been my guy.
All right.
Not to Mad Wayne.
I think they have enough units over here. Let's go back county patrol.
Hold on, I do have an active 37 code going on here. There's a man with a device in his hand and a pink shirt.
360's code 6 North Sheldon, and I got nothing, so.
Chat, is it bad that when I come on duty and random pings are like not what I want and I immediately want to get on channel 9? I feel like, you know what it is? You know what it is? Okay. If there was, and this is me genuinely, not.
How you doing, Knight? It's Ruth.
No, I know. Answering that question would be very packed. How can I help today?
You know, I'm just very disappointed.
Yeah, I know the PD has fallen further than I would have ever imagined.
And you followed suit, I see.
Oh, you're talking about the transfer.
Yeah, very disappointed.
Well, if only you knew what was going on in your absence in that LSPD.
I have heard some things. I've heard quite a lot of things.
Yeah, what you hear?
You know, Turner's back, so hopefully things have improved, but I
think
feel like,
Turner's
you know,
back is sore from all the ass fucking his subordinates I'm doing to him. So,
What do you
other
mean?
than that, well, that's a very packed answer, but, you know, well, he's letting everybody walk all over him. I didn't know he was such a papa bear. You know what I mean?
I mean, there was a reason back in the day I was the mean one. Turner was nice compared to me.
I don't think, well, I can see that. I think it's less about nice and more about something else, but,
He just gives a little too much slack. He lets things slide a lot.
Oh,
Lots
no.
of chances.
No, that's what slacks is for. No, it's been good. Look, I left for reasons, but you know, less so an opportunity to make change, but more to, let's just say, disagreements.
Disagreement with Turner?
What are you doing right now? Want to catch up?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Sure, I'll be up in the county.
All right.
All right, see you in a bit. I think, yeah. God damn it! Fuck. This is gonna be a fun ride. Tea time with Ruth. Chat, the RP's been RPing. I actually forgot what Brian's reason was for coming to BCSO. So I couldn't answer that. I actually genuinely don't remember off the top. So it feels like it's been 2 months of RP the last like 3 weeks. Oh, Johnson. That's right. I mean, it's actually brain damage, right? But I forgot what the trigger was, but you're right. It was Johnson. I will put it this way. It was Brian's perception of OOC. Let's be honest. OOC, I wanted to, like, OOC, Brian got hit. It was a bit. I leaned into the bit, and then it happened. So it's not going to all make sense exactly. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's what it was. That's what it was. You're right. It was then the meeting afterwards where Maxwell and Turner started trying to gaslight him into why didn't you ask someone or things. And Brian, whom has no idea they've been SBS promoting people, was like, why would I ask my subordinate if they're my superior all of a sudden? And up 8 ranks. Stirred too close to the sun? Don't use the word stirred. I hate that word so much. Please. Please, please, please. Stirred is a bad word here. It's too much of a catch-all, you know what I mean? Stirring got ruined. Stirring, it was like, maybe it was a bit of stir. I don't know. Stirring is too much of a catch-all now. Do 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 do. Lost its meaning. Yeah, it was very specific. Now it's a catch-all for too much more. Stirring, gaslighting. Yeah. I don't even know what the word stirring means anymore. Stirring to me, you know what stirring means to me? Stirring means to me when you, you know, it's an intentional act of, like, causing a reaction, right? That's, to me, a pretty obvious, you know, you put some ingredients in and then you stir it and see what happens, you know what I mean? Anyway. Adding more garnish. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Cum stacking. Bro, I wanted to kill people over that word. Cum stacking became like anytime someone spoke for more than 10 seconds, right? It used to be like if someone... Oh, my God. That cum stacking ruined... Cum stacking, I think... Listen, if we're going to be honest, the word cum stacking ruined... Hot take! Early good clean boy interactions. We used to listen, we used to have such good, oh my God, early clean boys, bro. Oh my God. The fucking setups, the build up, etc. And then cum stacking got like so popular. I will say that I personally believe that even including myself, there became like a thing where I think collectively we were all afraid to come across as if we were cum stacking. So we stopped. Our interactions got shorter and shorter because chat made us. I stand on that. I stand on that. Because it kept getting used like more and more and more, and then it went from like funny to like insidious, right? I love those meeting circles. Oh, it was so good. Do 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 do. How you doing, Ruth?
Doing okay. How are you?
395, Channel 9, County. 395, Channel 9, County Patrol. Not too bad. Not too bad. How about yourself?
You know, like I said, a bit disappointed. I do appreciate you're actually, you know, on a channel patrol in the county. First person I've actually seen hold to the purpose of, you know, the BCSO even being open.
Well, I don't think you should be a deputy unless most of your time is spent up here. Honestly,
you know,
the community...
I'd agree. Otherwise, there's no point in having a different department.
That's right. That's exactly it. You'd be surprised. I was led to believe, myself and the sheriff, that nothing happens up here. And we have found more murders, more investigations that tie right back into problems across the state. In the past, I'd say 2-3 weeks, than I think anyone else has really uncovered. It's impressive.
You know, I've believed that from the beginning, but I didn't believe, you know, any department had the command structure to actually hold people to taking care of things up here. Everybody just wanted the lack of accountability for being BCSO, but still just patrolling the city and being a
Yeah,
LSPD cop, but without the overhead.
No. Well, I think part of the problem is I think we've been employing individuals that ain't actually want to be cops. They just want the power that comes with it.
Absolutely, that is something I see all the time and something I've always hated.
Yep.
You know, if you shoot somebody and kill them as a cop, unlawfully, you should be fired and charged.
Yep. I don't disagree. Well, are you making any particular references?
Oh,
'Cause that's
that
happened
was...
quite a few times now.
Has it really? I was still talking about the one, the mayor overturned that, Glenwood shot that man, admitted to shooting to him to try to kill him, and,
well,
he kept his job.
Well, it's, well, that's kind of the heart of it.
Once that precedent was set, it's hard to hold anybody otherwise.
You ain't wrong. I think that fear, for whatever that reason might be, still persists. There's a lot of, even dapping somebody is seen as the worst thing ever.
Telling me.
Well, that's what happens when there ain't a culture of normalization of dapping and suspending, because neither of those things need to be the end of the world. However, the longer it takes for someone to have the backbone to do the right thing, it just makes the problem all that much worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Nobody's willing to take accountability for their own actions, and nobody's willing to take the shit that comes with holding people accountable.
Yep. Well, yep. So, you asked me why'd I come up here, and I think there's been a couple reasons. One is my family's from Polita. So there's been a part of me that was wondering why the hell I even joined the LSPD to begin with. And then I'm gonna be honest, there are parts that are a bit fuzzy for me, but I recall coming on duty, and speaking of accountability, I drove past Legion Square and I saw Gregory Johnson, the individual that we kept forgetting to fire.
The one that was fired and then the mayor rehired?
I didn't know that. No,
I fired him, yes.
Well, there was a second attempt to fire and they forgot to fire him. Or it may have been that incident. Was his keys taken away that time?
100% yes.
Well, then the second attempted firing, or maybe even the third, they had forgotten, right? And I remember vividly, he walked back in one day. This is like now 2 months ago or something. And I remember the conversation was, oh, wait, why is he here? And then, High Command goes, oh, we forgot to take his keys. And then they just let it continue. It was awkward.
What? Who was was that Turner?
Same High Command that we got right now.
That's actually insane. And then he just became the ass chief, even temporarily. Turner told me he assured me that he was very different from back when we fired him. Well,
it's funny you say that, because look, Gregory used to be one of my own. I know him really damn well. But regardless of whether he changed or not, I drove by Legion Square and this man had no livery and his vehicle was Ranger green. Now, I don't know if you know this, but he used to be a Ranger back in the day. And I thought he was LARPing as one. And I see that and I pull right up to him and I go, what the hell's going on with your cruiser right now? And it's like, yabba dabba doo. And I immediately can tell by his tone, etc., that it's some bullshit story. And I tell him, go get that fixed. You can't be driving around in that, Go get it fixed before you go to the banker. Continue your patrol. And he started giving me some attitude back. And so I told him, listen, don't make matters worse. Go get that fixed. Go get that fixed. And then I drive off And then I come on back and I'm like, hold on a second. Why the hell you got stars on your collar? And he goes, I'm the ass chief now. And I'm like, bullshit, you ain't. Now, mind you, I didn't realize that we're playing, I don't know what you want to call it.
Magical ass.
No, the magical ass came down the line. Wait, you heard about the magical hammer already? And the magical asses?
No, the magical ass chief, you know, magical chairs, but with ass chiefs.
Oh, that kind of ass. Yeah, all right. Okay. Well, more or less, right? So, and so I immediately look at my the staff profile, you know, and I don't see any updates. His profile ain't updated. There ain't no announcements. I'm like, there ain't nothing like that. Now go get your shit fixed. Otherwise, there are going to be some problems, right? And once again, he doubles down to the extent I go, don't make me take your keys, but don't make me take your keys. Now, I wasn't going to go rip them, right? I wasn't going to go in the MDT and just swap those things from him, right? But as things happen, I get a phone call afterwards and goes, oh, they update. So then the announcement came out immediately afterwards. I had completely forgotten to do all that. So I then get a call and goes, all right, well, it's all updated now. And I said, all right, well, listen, my apologies. I didn't realize they made that decision. And then he said a bunch of shit. And there was conversation about like, you're not needed here, transfer. I don't remember verbatim, right? But it got heated. And
Johnson said that?
It was within that realm, right? I may have said some things. He may have, like, I could have even brought it up. You know what I mean? Don't make me transfer, you know? And truth be told, you know, I don't think I had, like, any full intent at that time, right? I was sort of matching the energy of the situation, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And, so I put on the BCSO uniform. Now, mind you, my golden boy had become the sheriff, right? And
Frost is your golden boy?
well, he's one of them. I wouldn't say that anymore. I think he thinks he got his training done. So I still got to change his diapers still. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And
you know, I did have to help him with Jenkins being a piece of shit, but
Jenkins.
OB Jenkins, yeah, he just insults people all the time, so I had to, you know, ride with him, kind of teach him some things about being a people person with the public.
Oh, that's right.
I asked him to do a shift at, like, Senior Buns security, you know, and if he got shot, then he was fired.
Oh. So did he end up doing the...
I don't know. I haven't talked to Frost. It's been, like, a few weeks.
Oh. Yeah, it's probably lost and forgotten, unfortunately.
Yeah, like most things. Okay, so you got in a fight with Johnson, and then that's why you transferred?
I think it was a temporary thing. Now, mind you, in the same couple days that Peters was like a temporary ass chief. So
I remember that, yeah.
I don't think I really had full intent at the time, right? It was more one of these, all right, listen, look, I had to look at one of my own, someone I hired, and the moment he had stars on his lapel, it hit a different way. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you get those stars temporary or otherwise, and you're gonna, you know, use that not for what those stars represent, but for trying to come at me for telling my subordinate, you can't be driving around looking like a clown, right? And so, now I don't think my position was necessarily justified, right? I could have done things better there. But what secured it for me was when I had Turner and Maxwell question me whether or not I was lying about that conversation, whether or not Johnson, and I had that argument, whether or not I was allowed to feel as though maybe a transfer was in order. And there was things stated that quite frankly, were confusing, including, but I only remember one particular line, but there were a number of these. Why didn't I go around asking whether or not he was the ass chief? And I said, why the hell didn't you just making a damn announcement and update his thing? Like, what am I gonna, every time I see someone pretending they're this and that, I'm just gonna take it for face value? You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I don't know why Turner wouldn't just put out an announcement.
I don't think they know how to work their
It doesn't seem, back in the day, I always sort of made sure all those I's were dotted, T's were crossed.
Yep.
And I don't think they really have anybody to do that anymore.
Well, that's why it all falls on mine and Stevie's shoulders now. They've been trying to update the uniform SOPs for 9 months.
That's crazy.
They're
Every
being
single
updated
one
this
of
week.
these LSPD documents, I personally created.
Yeah. I'm not surprised, to be honest. Yeah, they haven't been touched. We don't even use those. We had the head of one of the leads of the detective unit state that they didn't have SOPs for undercover and unmarked.
We created those a long time ago, but I don't know if anybody ever put them in. We kind of had people creating them. I think I was gone before they became official.
Yep. It's kind of the process we're in now, because I think there's a lot of things that, from what I learned actually yesterday, for example, Ruth had done an update. Actually, what you just said is more concerning, because yesterday I learned that Ruby had written some, maybe another set, and had submitted it, and nothing got done with it for months. So I'm trying to go back and make sure that, all that documentation is put together, because if it ain't written down, it ain't real to me, right?
No, that's fair. I mean, we need to follow what's written.
Otherwise, it's just otherwise, what's the point of a discussion or a debate, or, you agree to something, you're going to end up forgetting it a week later, right?
Yeah, and what's written down is sort of like the final call, where instead of just going off of whatever people think it is.
That's exactly it. So, unfortunately, those simple principles are like hieroglyphics nowadays, like genuinely. So, myself and Frost and Stevie are sort of trying to bring some of that back, at least in an attempt. I think Ruby too, if I'm gonna be honest. It's
that was never Turner's strong suit. He needed sort of somebody to sort of do all that back end stuff. He'd have the thoughts, but putting it together.
Yep. So, I'm gonna be honest though, I don't regret it. I absolutely adore the county now. The population's growing up here. We've got a brand new community down the road. Alito's been popping off, and I can do more patrol arrests. Speeding vehicle, turn it into a traffic stop, might get drugs out of it. I think we've recovered about $10 million in just last week. I recovered by myself and 2 others about $10 million in plea deals, right?
I mean, I've said since the beginning, the reason I've been so against the BCSO being its own department was it was just a way to escape accountability. If people are actually up here patrolling, that is a very different thing, and popping down to the city when needed.
That is...
But 90% of officers just patrol the city in a BCSO uniform.
That's exactly it. I heard the old mayor used to say... God damn it. But the old mayor used to say, too, don't make no sense, We do swift action.
I also want a unit in front, making sure that they are down the stairs.
Going channel 1?
I think so. 495, where do you need me?
We are on.
Maze Bank robbery, the 13 Office Code 4.
Hey,
Okay.
friend.
Spot the same site.
All right. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's I can kind of see some of that. I've only been capping for I think about 2.5 weeks now. It's hard to say. It feels like 2 months already. But that's a big cultural change that we're trying to make because more now than ever this county needs to focus on the county with the growth that's currently occurring, but also because I mean, to
Can we
be
swing by
honest,
this officer at the power plant to make sure he's okay?
where do you see him? Oh yeah. Who is it?
Just a strange spot. Dublin? Don't know who it is.
Dublin. All right.
But it's just a strange spot for him to be sitting.
It is. There have been. God damn it. There
I
have
know
been.
there were stills in that area earlier, but
There's a lot of kidnappings happening as well. A number of groups. Is he on the move? Oh, he ain't.
no. Turned a little.
Am I blind?
I don't.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we saw those earlier. Somebody was okay. He's right there. Oh,
You good?
How you doing, sir? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, just taking a seeing if somebody come and pick this up.
I got you. Okay. And you checked channel 1 for the 13 Alphas, right?
Yeah, I did. I'm still on channel 1.
All right. Very good. Where's your cruiser?
It's a bit of ways away.
All right. And does a member of command know you're doing this?
No. I talked to Maeve. She's not commando.
All right. I trust Maeve. Just good thing to do just in case you get picked up. Someone's got to keep tabs on you. All right.
Yeah, Maeve's been doing welfare checks on me.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right.
All right, thank
Let
you,
me
sir.
know if you need any help. All right.
All right, will do.
Yep.
yeah, like that's always been my biggest issue with BCSO is sort of that. But if that gets solved, then a lot of my issues of BCSO existing kind of actually don't hold any weight.
Yep. So, I think the approach that we've been taking is we're not forcing anyone to stick up here, but we're building up a culture of wanting to be up here, and it is impressive. Like, I think there is a level of shock that is occurring right now where a 911 goes off, call goes off, and people don't know what to do because we'll have 4 units like immediately there and enough to even handle like, you know, split traffic
Multiple
stop.
situations. Yeah.
Exactly that. Yep. So, and transparently, I'm gonna be honest. I get on channel 1 and it's just ping, 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 and that to me ain't it.
No, I completely agree.
Yep.
I've been putting together, like, getting people on creating gang documents. There were multiple gangs without even dossiers.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started.
There
on
still
that.
are. So, like, I've been adding people when I see people getting arrested, or we're bringing up people trying to figure out affiliation. I go back through incidents and just mark that they could possibly be affiliated, so hopefully people can pick up and continue to look into it.
The means by which tagging is done right now.
The tags that some people have are insane.
Oh, it's I asked the IT to produce who's making these and when they were made because I hate that.
So they can only be made by, I think it's command above.
Nope.
It might only be high command.
No. Oh, it's every. We have even these. We have. Oh no, it's worse than that now. They can be made by county clerks.
County clerks should not be able to make tags that are going on profiles.
And individuals.
They should be able to use tags, but not make tags.
No, it's so bad that, you know, the permissions on people's profiles, there ain't no like document saying who should have what tag. So there are people that shouldn't have investigative tags that can see investigative reports that shouldn't have them. But because there ain't no document that's like kept 1-to-1, because like just transparently, it's been
There's
such a
no
shit show. Oh, I
back-end
swear to
documentation.
there ain't.
I'm
none.
still not on the Roosta. The Rasta. When I left, apparently I was fully removed from the roster of ever existing, and I'm still not on it.
Yeah. Imagine a year of what is unlikely to be any updating or documentation, no review of it.
Since I left.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's I'll bring up things like that, and like I said, it's hieroglyphics. It's why. Like it's almost like I'm being rude for bringing it up. You know what I mean? And condescending for making a point about how important it is.
It was a fight for me to get people to understand that stuff is important. It's annoying, it's daunting, but it is important for the issues that are now occurring.
Yep. I cannot disagree. You brought up the gang. So these gang tags, they will be thrown up based on no standard. And as a consequence of that, historical information gets pretty much the gang tag is both added rather ad hoc.
It shouldn't
with no
be
standard.
based on feeling. It should be based on fact and reports. Well, that was Shift 3. I think it was, they were complaining about different gangs giving them a hard time. So I was going through reports, and King had mentioned, he's like, yeah, this group of Habibis is giving them a hard time, a lot of officer shootings. So I go through, and every weekend I've been updating OIS and the gangs, trying to figure out, who are the very violent ones that we should probably be focusing investigations on if they're very violent.
Ooh, I like that.
It's Hydra, Besties, and Manor are like the 3 ones. The OISs of one of the ones they were complaining about, Habibis, had, I think it was like 3 in 2 weeks. 3 OIS. So I'm like, either these things are happening and nobody's documenting them, or they're not happening and people are just getting their feelings hurt.
It's all
I
of
told
those
Turner
things.
Shift 3 is acting more on feelings than on facts.
I don't. That's why we're in this shit show right now. And unfortunately, Turner is a part of that problem, if I'm gonna be honest.
I've always respected Turner. He's always had a little bit more of a light-handed approach in giving people lots of shots. And my biggest thing that I have noticed through the time I've been on duty is a lot of these issues get brought up third hand. The high command don't ever get to witness them because when they're around, they're actively involved in situations instead of sitting back and letting situations occur and correcting the mistakes.
Do you remember the Dap Street Boys?
Very much so.
Turner's a part of that nowadays.
No.
I will die on a hill on that.
DAPS should be the something, hey, this happened. It's documentation. That's literally all it is. If it keeps happening, it shouldn't be, if it keeps happening, you get a DAP. It should be a DAP. And if the DAPs keep happening, that's when, you get suspended and stuff.
Well, it's funny you say that. So, have you been appraised as to this ADMC situation?
I've heard a little bit.
Well, let's just say someone's feelings got hurt. A law enforcement officer that has a flawed understanding of probable cause is told to go after ADMC. I know this because he told me, he told Frost, right? And they're both questioning whether or not that conversation happened.
So for Miller, the conversation of going after, looking into ADMC, I do know. I was on duty at the time when King had him looking into doing warrants for them based on their occurrences of how many guns they've had.
How did that conversation go?
It was more, so there was a situation, King called it out on radio. ADMC had signs up on their block that cops will be shot. Cops had pursued a roof running situation, and a woman, Luna Purpose. I remember her because I tagged her as possible ADMC affiliation when she had like 10 incidents with ADMC. And
Oh my
had
God,
even
the actual
suspected
story.
her on paper of ADMC. She had turned around, used a shotgun, shot down, I believe, Davenport. And it was all based on like getting upset that cops were chasing or even going anywhere near the ADMC block, which is why they put the signs up. Cops will be shot, and they said that's what's going to happen to any cop that goes near there. So then Miller was on duty. King had asked Miller to start looking into prior incidents of ADMC recently of them being guns, because from what I was told, the precedent was set with the DOJ. If you're caught with 3 hot guns in a month period, you can be raided.
Which isn't accurate, by the way, but please continue.
So my first thought was that seems like a lot. I would see if it's like 3 guns in a few days or 3 guns even in a week, maybe 2, depending on how close together they are.
Exactly that. Yep.
But I think it shouldn't be a 3 in 30 days, because that's just insane. You can easily buy a gun in that period of time.
Exactly that. Yep.
Miller said, you know, he already has a template based on ones he's done before that it got approved, so he was going to build off of that because that was a precedent the DOJ set.
This
So
should
he
be
wrote
the
warrants
chief of
and he said a
police
bunch of
right
them
here.
got denied.
I love it. Listen, much love to ICE. Brian is thinking this at the moment.
And then, yeah, you know, DOJ told them what they wanted. They just wanted ones close together, and the ones that got denied were too big of a gap, which I actually agree, and I applaud the DOJ for actually turning those down, because I would not have signed off on those.
You were saying everything I've been trying to say. Go, please continue. This is good.
Davenport and King actively worked with Miller on writing all of them. And after they were first denied, they worked on like revising them and things.
You need to relay this to Turner. And I say this because I think the problem is, and I respect Turner enough to, I appreciate what he's been doing, opportunities given me, but he has become so damn soft.
He gets very swayed by the conversations.
That's
If he doesn't have-
exactly it. And not the facts is the issue, right? The feeling of whether someone's bad is irrelevant, right? But what has sort of made matters worse is, mind you, Miller had come to me and Frost seeking help. And he asked me specifically about, should I do this on Class 2? I'm like, well, what's the investigative reason? And he didn't know. Now, had there been one, he as the writer, as the executor, as the one that is writing in what should be good faith, must know.
Right. So this is something I brought up to Turner, I believe it was last week, about the lack of officers being able to articulate. Officers do things because that's told how they should be done, or that's like the precedent that was set, what they're told to do. They're not doing it because they know it's what they should do, and that is a big problem, because every officer should be able to articulate every single thing they do, not just doing it because I can.
And that was exactly it. In that conversation with Miller, I told him, I'm like, this don't feel right. Like, if you're telling me, so originally he told me Davenport told me to go find a reason to raid them. And I was like, first off,
I believe that Davenport, from what I've seen, is very much in his feelings.
So now I'm starting to believe that was accurate when he first came to us, because he was genuine when Miller came to us, and we gave him a genuine response. I told him, I'm like, you can't, number one, you can't do that. Then you need to go find out why you're doing this and believe in it, because if you're just going MDT hunting for stuff, that's a bit of an issue if you don't know the why. So he then brought up
it shouldn't
Class
just be
2s.
the 3 guns in 30 days. It should be like, this means because they were so close together, they have no other means of getting it besides in their own personal possession.
Precisely that. And both Frost and I both explained it to him, to the extent we were in this very car for about an hour, and Frost broke it down, and I even had to text Frost. I'm like, you're gonna end up overwhelming Miller here, you know, because I could tell, like, you know, how do I explain this? I was getting the sense that he didn't really get it, which is fine, but that just means you got to like give him a little bit at a time until he gets to where he needs to be.
And that should also be, you know, the officers looking into those, whoever signed off on it, like, should have been coaching him through that to help him understand that, not just signing
Nobody did. He had me trying to review it. He then had Frost try to review it. We kept telling him, where's your command at? Why isn't Davenport working on this? And then we then find out King was working on it too. Like, why didn't you go to King? Now, keep in mind,
he did. They even met with the judge when I was on duty. They had a judge come down and explain it all to him.
Oh.
Falconer, I believe.
So, which then begs the question why it kept coming to us, to the extent that we learned later that Stevie helped him work on some of this. Now, mind you, this is...
The funny thing is, I offered for him to come to me and I would help him, and he actually never did.
I think what happened, I think what may have been happening is I think he was getting a lot of opinion, and understandably Miller may have, let's just say, became a bit overwhelmed, and I'm trying to be somewhat like generous here.
Yeah.
But the issue of like malicious prosecution started to come to mind. I brought it up to LSPD command. It turned into something else. You're saying we're a shit department, this and that. None of which was remotely stated, right? I don't know where most of that came from, but I tried to explain pretty much everything that you just did to me, but it was not being retained or understood or considered in what was a pretty big high command meeting.
So, yeah, in my opinion, I don't think Miller was being malicious. I think he was trying to do his best to follow the orders of his superior, but I think probably Davenport and possibly King being a bit malicious and just trying to find a reason to go after them.
I don't even think that necessarily King or Davenport intended to be malicious. I think they created a scenario that can be perceived, and as a consequence of lack of direct involvement and oversight, was beginning to lead in that direction. But that room of high command got very much in their feelings rather than being considerate of what the facts were making it look like. Now, mind you, that meeting happened after their properties had been locked down for 3 days.
3 days?
3 days over the weekend. And to the
people don't know you're writing raid warrants. You just keep it quiet. You wait till it's done and don't even lock it down ahead of time, unless there's a reason to think you're being immediately raided.
Or you know what you're doing and you get it all pushed out that same night. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I mean, the DOJ sometimes takes a bit.
No, they are quick. They are quick.
Okay.
Yeah, nowadays they are fat. I mean, it depends, right? Like if your warrant's cooked, it's going to take a while. But I believe I was always under the impression once it got denied, like, we need to unlock that down. I believe was the original precedent we said. So I'm surprised it was allowed to stay locked down through that whole process. Chat, OG, DPD, MCU vibes.
You got to unlock it. That's why you need to make sure your first warrant is perfect. You shouldn't be just submitting half-ass warrants waiting for judges to give you feedback.
Well, that created the second issue pointed towards malicious prosecution, because after it was originally denied, I once again explained you can't just say 3 weapons in 30 days. Unfortunately, those who themselves have not raided or investigated, the Ass Chief, for example, which I like as a person, and he's good in some aspects, right? Like, he's got value, but he ain't someone who can get warrants done. Quite frankly, neither can Turner. And so the debate was once again turned to feelings rather than, I feel like if you got 3 Class 2s in 30 days, because it's been done before. And it's like, well, no, that's a misrepresentation